The Truth of Girls.
Hi everyone. Indonesia is right now in the middle of something like an eco-apocalypse. Huge forest fires are raging through 21,000 square kilometers of land. Visibility in some cities is 30 meters. Children are being evacuated on warships, and so far about 19 people have died. These fires were actually started intentionally as a way to clear the forest of trees and peat so they can then use the land to cultivate things like palm, from which palm oil is made. The reason they use fire to clear the forest is because it's the quickest and easiest and probably cheapest way to do it, although it's illegal, but the laws surrounding it are not really enforced. This is a major disaster. People are walking around with cloth masks on their face trying to protect themselves. The government is meeting with gas masks on. Animals are being threatened, including very special little animals like clouded leopards and orangutans. So why is this happening? Well, I think it has a lot to do with the sort of corporate monopoly that exists now, and with the globalization of trade. It used to be that countries were sort of self-sufficient when it came to growing their food and meeting their agricultural needs. And they would export and import a small amount of things, but largely they could take care of themselves. In this day and age, things are different. With globalization, what's happened is that these multinational corporations will go over to a country and say, if you allow us to set up shop here, your country is going to make a lot of money by growing a cash crop, and we're going to employ your people, and you're going to get paid off when we sell our product. What ends up happening is that these cash crops are grown instead of diverse crops that meet the population's needs, their consumption needs. So you have countries that are growing a lot of stuff like palm oil or coffee or tobacco, and they become then reliant on imports for everything else. And they're actually not getting a really great deal from growing the cash crop, because most of this money goes to this huge multinational corporation. The people who are working for them there get paid very low wages. It wreaks havoc on the environment. It actually really undermines people's self-sufficiency and their traditional way of life. Indigenous people, even who rely on rivers and things, are completely displaced by this. And so the company will then take this product and resell it at Walmart at a very low price, but they're making a huge profit. A lot of the money that they make off it goes to CEOs' salaries and international shipping. A much smaller proportion of it goes to the actual production of the crop and the payment of the workers. What you're seeing here is the most disastrous effect that this can have on the environment, but it's already a disaster economically. It's already been a disaster environmentally and how it's been disrupting the ecosystem. But here you can see how far they will go to produce the product at the lowest possible price so they can make the most money for their fat cat CEOs. They have no qualms clearing this land using fires at the risk of something like this happening. So something needs to change, or this kind of thing is going to continue to happen. Those who discuss climate change and environmental problems and things like this, they have a lot of nerve pointing the finger at us, telling us that we should turn the lights off when we leave the room or take shorter showers, when you see that really the large impact on the environment is caused by corporate practices such as these. They're calling this the worst eco-disaster of the 21st century. Of course, we're not that far into the 21st century yet, so we may see more of the same and worse to come, but certainly what this shows us is that you should consider, when you buy a product and it says palm oil, you should consider where did that palm oil come from, because this is the trail of destruction that is left in the wake of the cultivation of these cash crops, of monoculture, which is completely unsustainable and really benefits no one in the big picture other than those fat cat CEOs who are making big bucks. And this is the very, very heavy price that humanity and the planet has to pay for those big bucks. So let me know what you think. Please share this video and give it a thumbs up so people can know what's going on, just how dangerous this practice really is. And thanks for leaving me your comments, and thanks for listening to me, and I'll see you next time.